Good evening and welcome to the campus of Maranatha Baptist University in Watertown, Wisconsin. So glad to have you joining us this evening for our broadcast of this non-conference NCAA Division III women's basketball game featuring the Warriors of Wisconsin Lutheran College and the Sabercats of Maranatha Baptist University. Looking forward to a great game here this evening, and so glad to have you along. We're going to get things going right away. Send it up to the public address announcer to get us started.
The NCAA at Maranatha Baptist University promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions will not be tolerated. Furthermore, public intoxication or the possession or consumption of alcoholic beverages and tobacco products are all grounds for removal from the site of competition and other disciplinary actions. At the same time, we encourage you to be loud, be proud, and be positive. Good evening and welcome to the campus of Maranatha Baptist University in this NCAA Division III women's basketball matchup. In the green, we have the visiting Wisconsin Lutheran College Warriors. And in the white, your Maranatha Baptist University Sabercats. Please rise and remove your hats for a word of prayer. Following prayer, we will honor America with the playing of the national anthem, meet the starters, and get this game underway. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you once again for the game of basketball. Thank you for giving Wisconsin Lutheran safety as they traveled over. I pray for this game tonight, Lord. I pray that the players would compete with safety, that they'd compete with skill, and I pray that the coaches and officials would make accurate decisions. But above all, Lord, as always, I pray that everything that we do and everything that we say inside this gym tonight will bring honor and glory back to you. We pray this in your Son's name. Amen. And now for the starters, beginning with the Wisconsin Lutheran College Warriors. At guard, a senior from New Berlin, Wisconsin, number 2, Maddie Cruz. At forward, a senior from Barnville, Wisconsin, number 10, Jen Dowden. A senior guard from Barnville, Wisconsin, number 13, Lexi Ramke. Senior forward from Conifer, Colorado, number 21, Maddie Elrod. A junior guard from Fall River, Wisconsin, number 22, Kelly Schramberg. The Warriors are coached by Clay Knippel, assisted by Julie Lang Bartels, Brooke Smith, and Corianna Carson. And now the starters for your Maranatha Baptist University Sabercats. A freshman guard from Jefferson, Wisconsin, number 3, Callie Morrison. Senior forward from Lewiston, Missouri, number 5, Sydney Luttrell. Junior forward from Daggett, Michigan, number 12, Carly Johnson. Also from Daggett, Michigan, junior forward, number 13, Kelsey Johnson. And a sophomore forward from Manassas, Virginia, number 32, Jacqueline Simpson. The Sabercats are coached by Clayton Morrison in his 26th season, assisted by Rob Thompson and Clayton Morrison IV with student manager Kelly Dyke. The officials this evening are Steph Stassen, Matt Siegel, and Greg Gunnis. Let's play basketball.
And so we are all set for this non-conference NCAA Division III women's basketball game. Warriors coming into this one 15-1 on the season. They are top of the NAC, Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference. They started the season 11-0 before losing to Benedictine University. Their only loss on the season, and they are currently riding a 4-game winning streak coming into Watertown tonight. Off the tip, it's Renke into the front court. Tramberg across to Cruz. On the baseline is Elrod back out top. Renke, Cruz. Baseline now, 10 seconds to shoot. Back up top to Cruz. She drives. Baseline jumper from Elrod is good. Maddie Elrod steps inside Luttrell and connects on her first attempt. Morrison back out to Johnson, being guarded closely by Tramberg. Morrison threw it away, but Johnson's there to collect. Finding Morrison, baseline drive, no. And Renke, the board, pushes up the court. At the free throw line, Elrod off the mark. Probably not anticipating how open she would be. And the Warriors will pick him up full court. Freshman guard Morrison gets the Sabercats into their offense. Here's Johnson now, driving. Fouled on her way up. And the foul's going to be called on Kelly Tramberg. And free throw, no good. Johnson had 19 points, Kelsey did, last Saturday in the home win over Crown College. Leading scorer for both teams was Johnson. 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Renke pushes it up to Tramberg in the lane. Dowden steps back and knocks it in. Jen Dowden, the senior out of Bondula, Wisconsin. Shot clock. Issue here with the clock, so the officials will get this sorted out as Dowden knocked in the jumper. Clock is good to go. We're back live. Dowden's got an average of 16 points per game coming into this one. Leading scorer for the Warriors. Luttrell cross court to Morrison, and an offensive foul called on Luttrell. Renke again for the Warriors. Cruz finds a curling Renke. Now Tramberg. Renke. Dowden finds a cutting Cruz. Couldn't finish. And Johnson comes away with the rebound. Wisely slows the tempo. And now Kelsey Johnson can set the offense for the Sabercats. Across to Morrison. Sabercats trail by 3. Morrison working against Tramberg. Rises up in the lane. Shot goes, but the foul is going to be whistled on the floor. The foul is called on Tramberg. It's her second right away, so Tramberg will go to the bench. And into the game for the Warriors, Tierney Woodward, the junior out of Poynette, Wisconsin. Johnson. Luttrell working against Dowden. Leaves for Johnson, and a foul is going to be called. Excuse me, not a foul. Johnson was out of bounds when she touched the ball. Warriors basketball. Turnover from the Sabercats. Renke. Dowden flings it across court to Woodward. Three-pointer goes wanting. First attempt from Woodward. Dowden showing off her strength. Ripping the ball across court. Morrison to Simpson. Shot fake. Now Johnson on the baseline rises up and fills it up over Lexi Renke. Warriors basketball. Renke, Dowden turns at the elbow. Too strong on the attempt. Loose ball collected. Still falling around. And Luttrell finally grabs the loose ball. Morrison across to Johnson. Now Simpson faces up. Turns back around. Morrison threw it behind Simpson. Simpson can't save it. And over and back. Gives the ball back to the Warriors. Renke in the corner is Woodward. Dowden working against Luttrell. Spins, and a foul's going to be called on Luttrell. Trying to reach in on the entry pass. And that'll be the second foul on Luttrell. So Morrison, Coach Morrison will have to go to his bench early as well. Luttrell takes a seat. Woodward. Up top to Cruz. Woodward in the lane to Dowden. Cross court to Renke. Got Johnson in the air. Stops in the lane. Rises up and good. Stopped right on the low block and able to fill it up. Warriors lead by 3. Bounce pass down low to Simpson. Good dribble penetration from Morrison. And able to find a cutting Simpson. Ball tipped, taken away by Morrison on the break. Lefty layup is good from Morrison. Sabercats with their first lead of the game. 7-6. Renke. In the corner is Woodward. Looking for Dowden. Renke. Woodward for 3. Too strong. Johnson. Good positioning inside on Renke. Collects the defensive rebound. Into the game for the Sabercats. By the way, for Luttrell is Ashley Narrett. In the lane, Morrison. Threw the ball out of bounds, but that was clearly off the Warriors. And the officials get together and correct the call. Sabercats weren't arguing, but I think from your angle on the live stream, you could see clearly the ball was tipped. So possession will stay with the Sabercats. That means the shot clock is back at 19 as Morrison into Simpson. Johnson finds a rolling Simpson, bounces across to Narrett. Lots of contact on the lane, nothing called. Johnson steps into a 3, no. And Elrod the rebound. Ahead to Renke. Morrison, heads up play. As Vavra was cutting to the basket and wide open, Morrison able to take the ball away from the Warriors. Sabercats retain a 1-point lead. Morrison to Johnson. Carly Johnson for three. No, too strong. And a foul called underneath. Referees whistle a foul on Mace. Number 23 picks up her first shot into the game for the Warriors. Johnson to Johnson. Cross court to Morrison. Spins. Bounces it to Narrett on the wing. No. Woodward the board. Out to Renke. Ahead to Mace. Cross court, Renke now. Again to Mace. Warriors switching the ball side to side. Mace in the lane. Lays it up through contact. And two shots coming for Jenna Mace. Foul goes against Jacqueline Simpson, her first, team third. And Mace too strong on the first free throw attempt. She shoots it at 73% on the season coming into tonight. And corrects on the second. Simpson in trouble. Across to Johnson. 2 seconds to get across, and Johnson somehow gets through traffic. Johnson, 10 to shoot now, working on the baseline. Back out to Simpson. Head fake, in the lane, lays it up. Contact again, no foul called. As Elrod went crashing to the ground on the defensive end, here's Mace flinging it up with the left hand, and good. Jenna Mace gives the Warriors a 2-point lead. Narrett picks up her dribble. Morrison comes to help. Narrett. Elrod in her face. Simpson lost the handle. Away comes Brugg, excuse me. Woodward for three. All kinds of arc on that basket. And it's good, giving the Warriors a 5-point lead. 30-second timeout called by Coach Morrison. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for something to do? Come into Watertown Bowl 18 or Watertown Bowl North and enjoy our friendly, courteous service along with a clean family atmosphere. Our family-operated business strives to give you, your family, and friends a pleasant experience each and every time you visit. Check out our website at watertownbowl.com for hours of operation and for weekly specials.
Welcome back to Watertown. Sabercats trail by 5. Rosa Torres checks into the game for the Sabercats, number 23, seeing her first action of the night. Johnson now, working against Cruz. Narrett, Dowden extending pressure all the way out past the three-point line. No fear in these Warriors defenders. Torres throws it away. Saw Dowden coming to close down the passing lane and threw it right out of bounds. Mace across to Cruz. In the lane is Dowden. Mace drives, taken away by Johnson. Good hands from Carly Johnson, as Mace had beaten her off the dribble, but she's able to recover. Johnson directing traffic out top. Morrison. Floater in the lane, lefty, no. off glass, but Johnson there to collect the rebound. Still won't get it to go. And Brugge the rebound. Out to Mace. Woodward on the wing. Brugge. Woodward trying to find Dowden, and Torres tipped the ball away. Johnson, Torres, Johnson. On the baseline, foul is called before the shot. As Tramberg checks back in, Woodward will head to the Warrior bench. Foul was whistled on Maddie Cruz, her first, and team fourth here in the opening frame. Morrison to Narrett. Shot clock is off. Sabercats can hold for the last shot if they please. Morrison to Torres. She'll pop for three. Too long. And now Mace with a chance on the other end for the Warriors. Under 10, Mace. Up top, Dowden for three. Long. Johnson clears the board. Flings it ahead to Torres. And Dowden breaks it up at the horn. That's the end of the first quarter. Sabercats trail by 5 by a score of 7-12. We'll be back for second quarter action live in just a minute.
How much money do your home's energy bills steal from your wallet every month? Well, heating your home takes a third of your energy money. Water heating takes over a tenth, and air conditioning takes over a tenth. Those alone account for more than half of your monthly energy bill. Since 1979, Klecker's Heating and Air Conditioning of Watertown has been selling and installing high-quality, state-of-the-art, energy-efficient home comfort equipment and providing maintenance services to existing equipment to keep it running at peak efficiency and saving you money. Call them today at 920-261-9218 to learn how Klecker's can help you keep more of your energy money in your wallet.
Welcome back to Maranatha Baptist University. Second quarter action just about to get underway. The Warriors lead by 5. And no player with more than one field goal in that first quarter. Johnson across to her sister. Johnson looking for a Morrison, cutting underneath the basket, and reverse layup from Morrison off glass and good. Ranke, Dowden in the lane, gets out of trouble, again zips it across. Corner three way off from Cruz. Torres looking for Johnson underneath, ball out of bounds. And Sabercats basketball. In the lane, Ranke dumps it down low to Brugge, and scoring it off the window is Brugge. Johnson threw it behind her sister. Morrison able to collect. Morrison taken away by Dowden. In the lane, Dowden goes to the right shoulder, won't go. Collects her own rebound. The ball's tapped away by Johnson. Morrison now, 2-on-1 if they hurry. Bounces to Torres, lays it up off the glass and in. 3-point game. Tramberg. Dowden. Down low to Tramberg, cutting to the glass and in. Weak side defense from the Sabercats fell asleep. And Tramberg makes them pay. Johnson now working against Ranke. Across to Johnson. Morrison. Baseline drive. Nothing there. Spins it back to Narrett. Cross court is Torres. Underneath. 6 to shoot now. And a turnover as Torres was looking for help. Cruz. Cross to Dowden. No presence in the lane, so Warriors circulate it. Now Dowden in the lane, turns, finds the soft spot in the defense. And 7-point lead now for the Warriors. Morrison sidesteps defenders. Torres for 3 in the corner. Good. Rosa Torres in front of the Warriors bench, connecting, and it's a 4-point game. Underneath, Brugge. Now Dowden turning in the lane again. Shot just won't fall. Hits both sides of the rim. Now Morrison for the Sabercats. They trail by 4. 6:50 to play in the first half. Johnson to a sliding Morrison. Back out top to Johnson. Torres for a second one in a row. Rattles around. No, and the tip goes to the Warriors. Brugge goes to the bench for the Warriors. Into the game for the Warriors is Elrod. Baseline, Tramberg, Dowden, across to Ranke in the corner. Dowden now on the wing, wide open. Tramberg for 3, long. Elrod the rebound, pulls it back out. Warriors will reset. Dowden working against Luttrell, blocked. And Simpson is going to be called for the foul. It's her second. Fortunate for Luttrell to avoid the foul there, as she is sitting on 2 fouls. So both Luttrell and Simpson with 2 fouls as Dowden steps to the free throw line and connects. Sabercats now in the post can ill afford another foul, especially with the presence of Dowden in the paint. 2 for 2. Dowden now with 4 points. Excuse me, now Dowden has 6 points. 4 in the quarter. Shot rattles around and down. Sabercats staying within striking distance, trail by 4, almost halfway through the second quarter. Dowden. In the lane. Tramberg. Elrod back out to Dowden. 13 seconds to shoot. Dowden backing down Luttrell. Off the glass with the left hand and in. Morrison now for the Sabercats. Johnson. Cruz poked it. And then Johnson traveled. Coach Morrison looking for a timeout in the exchange there. Couldn't get one to prevent the turnover. Warriors with a 6-point lead. 5 minutes to play in the first half. Elrod across to Tramberg. Dowden fading away, short. And a timeout taken now by Coach Morrison. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back.
Brad Kinsey and Realty Executives Platinum are intimately familiar with the demographics of the southeastern Wisconsin market. Located in Watertown, we employ sales executives and brokers who are dedicated to helping you find your dream home, as well as assisting you in acquiring the most for your property sale. Be assured that we are always looking out for our clients' best interests and dealing with you honestly. Your satisfaction is the measure of our success.
Sabercats basketball, Warriors staying with the three-quarter court pressure. Sabercats able to get across the timeline. Morrison to Johnson, working against Tramberg. And the Warriors come away with the basketball. Ranke ahead to Tramberg and finishing off glass. Again, a tie-up on the far side of the court. Possession arrow favors the Warriors, and it's their basketball. Dowden will get her first break, I believe, of the game. And Woodward checks in along with Mace. Mace, Tramberg, Ranke now. Mace turns it back around. Tramberg flings it across court to Woodward. Warriors surveying their option. Mace back to Ranke for three. Good. Late shot clock attempt from Ranke is good. Warriors lead by 11. Morrison getting past Tramberg. And again, another foul. A third on Tramberg. She'll head back to the Warrior bench. And Morrison into Simpson now. Simpson lost her footing. Travel violation called. Torres will check in for Simpson. .11 lead now for the Warriors. Looking for more. Ranke. Wright with her hands up, just off the bench for the Sabercats. Gets the tip. Can't finish on the other end. Second effort won't go. And Brugge to Woodward. In the lane, sidesteps Johnson. Down low is Elrod. Blocked from behind is Johnson. And a foul. So Carly Johnson picks up her first foul. And Elrod will head to the free throw line. Around and out as Elrod misses on the first attempt. She's a 72% free throw shooter, so uncharacteristic misses for the Warriors free throw shooters. Elrod makes it right. 12-point game. Wright throws it into traffic. On the floor, Luttrell and Elrod working for the basketball. It'll stay with the Sabercats. So Sabercats have 3 seconds to get the ball across the timeline. Johnson into Morrison. Across to Johnson. Torres. Morrison comes to get it on the far side. Goes the opposite way of the Luttrell screen. Now Luttrell, baseline jumper, no, but Torres able to clean up on the weak side and squeak it up and in. Dowden back into the game for the Warriors. Woodward. Dowden turns at the elbow again, and good. Just inside the elbow. Luttrell to Johnson. Leaves for Morrison on the wing. 12-point lead for the Warriors. Morrison stops in the lane, finds Luttrell down low. Couldn't get a clean handle. First attempt won't go. And walks, trying to get the basketball up for a shot. Under 2 to play. Woodward. Mace, Dowden. On the wing, Woodward connects for 3. The junior out of Poynette, Wisconsin. A pure stroke on the wing. 15-point game now. Largest lead of the game for the Warriors. Minute and a half to play in the first half. Sabercats need a basket to stay close. Another turnover. Renke pushing the tempo. Out wide to Mace. Almost picked up her plant foot. Dowden gets past Luttrell and fills it up. Luttrell leaves for Johnson. Bounces to Morrison on the baseline. Stepping back is Morrison. Under a minute now. Johnson working against Renke. Lays it up. No. Loose ball on the other side. And a foul called on Dowden. Coach Clay Knipple cannot believe the calls. It's only the second foul for the Warriors in this quarter. Morrison into Torres. In the corner is Johnson. Johnson, Morrison. Now Luttrell, low block, spins it up. No. Johnson, the rebound. No. Luttrell, the rebound on the weak side, and a jump ball. Goes the way of the Warriors. And the shot clock is turned off for the Warriors. They can hold for the final shot. Renke dribbling under no pressure. Cruz to Dowden. Double in the lane. Foul called. And Luttrell is going to pick up her third right before halftime. So just needs to be careful here in these final 4 seconds not to pick up another fourth foul. Johnson blocks Dowden. Saves it to Johnson at the horn. Way short on the attempt. And we will head to the locker rooms with the Warriors enjoying a 17-point lead. 35-18 is the score. Thanks for joining us on this cold and wintry Wisconsin evening. We'll be back in 15 minutes for second half action. We'll see you then.
Copleen Excavating wishes the Sabercats the best of luck. Call Copleen Excavating for all your excavating needs. For pickup or delivery, Copleen Excavating offers crushed limestone, fill dirt, screened topsoil, sand, mulch, and landscape stone. They are also a dealer for county materials, which includes paver and retaining wall blocks. Let Copleen Excavating put their 56 years of experience to work for you. Call Copleen Excavating today at 920-261-2121. How much money do your home's energy bills steal from your wallet every month? Well, heating your home takes 1/3 of your energy money. Water heating takes over 1/10, and air conditioning takes over 1/10. Those alone account for more than half of your monthly energy bill. Since 1979, Klecker's Heating and Air Conditioning of Watertown has been selling and installing high-quality, state-of-the-art, energy-efficient home comfort equipment and providing maintenance services to existing equipment to keep it running at peak efficiency and saving you money. Call them today at 920-261-9218 to learn how Kleckers can help you keep more of your energy money in your wallet. Are you looking for something to do? Come into Watertown Bowl 18 or Watertown Bowl North and enjoy our friendly, courteous service along with a clean family atmosphere. Our family-operated business strives to give you, your family, and friends a pleasant experience each and every time you visit. Check out our website at watertownbowl.com for hours of operation and for weekly specials.
Welcome back to Watertown. We're all set for second half action again underway. Thanks for joining us. Sabercats trail by 17 coming out of the locker rooms. It'll be interesting to see what second half adjustments are made as Johnson is fouled right out of the gate by Tramberg. That'll be her fourth. And all of 9 seconds, second half action underway. Tramberg heading right back to the Warriors bench. She's been in foul trouble for a majority of this game. So back in for the Warriors. Mace alongside Cruz, Ranke, Dowden, and Elrod. Ranke on the wing. 3-ball, no good from Mace, but able to collect her own rebound. And a 3 for Ranke. Late on the closeout were the Sabercats. And now 19-point game. Morrison lost it as Cruz got her hand in. Cruz for 3. Good. Back-to-back threes for the Warriors out of the locker room. And putting some distance between themselves and the Sabercats. Johnson into the front court. Looking for a screen from her sister. Poked away by Woodward. Mace. On the other side, blocked. And a foul by Johnson. It's the first for Kelsey Johnson. As Mace heads to the free throw line. First free throw rattles around and out. Warriors are located over Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Mentioned earlier they have a 15-1 record on the season. And looking to put the finishing touches on a 16th win here tonight in Watertown. And continue their unbeaten streak in the last 4 games. Simpson a runner, no. Elrod the board on the weak side. And the Warriors pushing the tempo again. Ranke. Dowden wasn't quite expecting that pass. Somehow comes away. Elrod in the lane spinning. Morrison takes it away. And then loses it out of bounds. Mace, Ranke, Elrod turns at the top of the key. Ranke, power dribble into the lane. Johnson fell down, has to hop up and contest the Elrod jumper, which is good. And a timeout called by the Sabercats. It's a full timeout. We'll be back to Watertown in 60 seconds. Welcome back to Watertown. 7:40 to play in the third quarter. Sabercats 1 point since the break. And facing off here against a really quality opponent in the Warriors of Wisconsin Lutheran College. Sabercats basketball out of the timeout. Morrison. Luttrell. Working against Tramberg in the corner, double teamed, and then throws it away. Tramberg takes it away. Back on the floor with 4 fouls is Kelly Tramberg. Cross to Ranke. Mace, Ranke. Tramberg back out to Ranke. Cross court to Cruz. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Mace. Dribble drive. Kicks back to Ranke. Cruz now at the horn. Blocked by Simpson. And a shot clock violation before anything else can happen. Good defense from the Sabercats. And Simpson able to stand her ground in the paint. Defending against Cruz. Simpson, back to Johnson. Narrett has checked back in for the Sabercats. Morrison drives, lays it up and in through contact. It'll be the second foul on Jenna Mace, freshman guard out of Wisconsin Dells. And a free throw coming for Morrison. It's good. Woodward checks in for Cruz. Ranke. Elrod. Simpson takes away an underthrown pass in the paint. Morrison in traffic. Cross court to Johnson. Kelsey Johnson will line up a 3. Short, and the ball off the upright. It'll be Warriors basketball. Warriors have exactly doubled up the Sabercats. They lead by 22. Ranke down to Elrod. Great entry pass, foul, and score the bucket. Kelsey Johnson picks up her second foul. A little late on the help to Elrod. And now a chance for 3 from the free throw line. Free throw's good. Jen Dowden led all first half scorers with 12 points. Leading scorer for the Sabercats in the first half was Rosa Torres. She had 7 points off the bench for the Sabercats. Ashley Narrett turning against Tramberg. Morrison down to Simpson. Double teamed in the paint. Tied up. And it'll be Warriors basketball with the possession arrow. Ranke's headed to the bench as Brugge checks in. So for the Warriors, it's Elrod, Woodward, Mace, Brugge, and Tramberg. Cross court is Tramberg. Elrod spins in the paint. Tied up. And fouls on Morrison, her first. Elrod heading back to the free throw line. Looked like Johnson was able to tie up Elrod. But the help defense from Callie Morrison is what the foul is going to be whistled against. Second free throw bounces in for Elrod. Torres across to Simpson. Miscommunication between Simpson and Johnson. Elrod comes away with the basketball. Ahead to Tranberg. Woodward looking for a cutting Mace. Broken up by the Sabercats. Johnson. Torres up top. Thought about the three. Brugge good with the closeout defense. Morrison working against Mace. Mace staying with her. Impressive defense on this possession from the Warriors. Johnson. Torres. 7 to shoot. Morrison open in the corner for 3. Yes. Callie Morrison strokes it from the corner. 24-point game. Could hear the skin on that one, no call. Johnson was confronting Elrod. Elrod able to scoot through the lane. Sidestep defenders, lay it up and in. Morrison and Mace again staying with her. Really impressive defending from Jenna Mace. Luttrell checks in for Simpson. And Morgan Tranberg into the game for Elrod. Johnson back out to Morrison. Left open for 3 again. Rattles up, no. And the rebound pulled down by Brugge. Cross court, Woodward for 3. Yes. Tierney Woodward, the junior out of Poynette, Wisconsin, another 3. And the Warriors increase their lead. Largest of the game, 29 now. Under 3 to play in the third quarter. Been tough sledding for the Sabercats on both ends. Morrison left open underneath, can't finish. Rushed it maybe a bit, anticipating the help defense from Brugge. And a foul on the other end. Johnson picks up her 3rd. And now for the Warriors, Allie Goff checks in for Tranberg. Kelsey Johnson will head to the bench as Trisha Wright back on the floor for the Sabercats. Tranberg. Goff. Woodward left open for 3 again, and that's good. Tierney Woodward. Saw her in the pregame warm-ups just connecting on multiple 3s in a row. Just a really consistent shooter from the outside, and she has made the Sabercats pay on the last 2 possessions. Morrison steps inside and knocks down the 8-foot jumper. Woodward, Goff, Tranberg. Bounces it down low to Goff. Back out to Woodward for 3 in a row. No. Ball up off the top of the backboard and over. So out of bounds to the Sabercats. 1:34 to play in the third quarter. Morrison. Morrison spins back out of the double team. Torres, top of the key, looking for Morrison on the baseline. Steps inside, rising up over Amanda Brugge. Morrison with a crafty finish. Brugge got position inside on Luttrell. And the basket's good. Luttrell picks up her 4th foul, I believe. Yes, indeed. And Amanda Brugge finishes through the contact. Chance for 3 at the free throw line. Morrison now for the Sabercats. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Morrison out to Torres. Corner Trisha Wright. Spins away from Mace. Baseline double team. Stepped out of bounds. And a turnover. To the Warriors. Dump down low, Simpson with the active hands, swats out of bounds. It'll stay with the Warriors. Goff left open for 3. Yes! Allie Goff, the freshman out of Horicon, Wisconsin. Scores her first basket of the game. Morrison flings it across to Torres for 3. No. Weak side 4 from Morrison as she's fouled by Goff. A little overzealous on the closeout. 5.4 seconds remaining. Tipped by the Warriors. It'll stay Sabercats basketball. Now underneath the basket with 4.6 to shoot. Simpson looking for Morrison behind the back and turns it over to the Warriors, who will have what looks to be the final shot in the third quarter. Goff at the horn. Will not count. Traveled en route to the shot. And so we'll head to the fourth quarter. Warriors lead 63-29. We'll be right back for the final quarter of action here in Watertown. As we start the fourth quarter action, want to remind you fans you can stay connected with the Sabercats throughout the season by following them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and on the web at mbusabercats.com. Use the hashtag SnarlStrong to show your support on social media. For game day information, visit mbusabercats.com. sabercats.com/composite and check out the team pages for bios of each student athlete. Morrison to inbound from the baseline. Simpson to Johnson. Starters minus Luttrell on the court for the Sabercats. Torres in her place. Simpson rolls to the basket, sidesteps Tramberg and lays it up and in. Woodward. Out top is Beatles. Brugge in the lane, off glass, no. Back out to Tramberg. Goff lost the handle. The Beatles retains possession. Woodward. Brugge. Woodward. Pass down low. Just off the mark. And Sabercats basketball. 63-31, Warriors putting on a clinic here tonight. Simpson. Johnson. Working against Beatles, now Johnson. Torres back to Johnson in the corner for three over Beatles. No. Simpson got inside position, lays it up, blocked by Brugge. Out of bounds. Simpson going for the reverse, but no way to protect that basketball from the block. Morrison to Johnson, taken away by Tramberg. Goff ahead, and Morrison in the way of that pass. Flings ahead to Johnson, rises up over Tramberg and lays it in. With the right hand off glass from the left side. Tramberg. Brugge. In the lane, spinning it up and in is Tramberg. The freshman younger sister of the starter, Kelly Tramberg, out of Fall River, Wisconsin. Torres. Looking for Morris on the baseline, up in the air. Got caught. Goff ahead. Beatles thought about the three, pulls it back to Brugge. Now Woodward underneath to Tramberg. Johnson on the ground, tied up. And on the floor now for the Warriors, Emily Fry. Into Beatles. Goff. Outside shot from Beatles, no good. Johnson ahead to Morrison. Torres for three, over Woodward, short. Ball tipped around inside. And last touch by the Warriors. Stays with the Sabercats. Morrison to Simpson. Morrison a floater, no, too strong. Johnson leaves for Morrison on the ground. It'll stay with the Sabercats. And into the game for the Warriors, number 14, Conroy. Johnson backing down Beatles, spins, no, and then fouls on the loose ball. It's her fourth. And first foul in the final quarter for either team. Conroy, Tramberg. A rolling Beatles. In the corner is Goff for three. No. Johnson, the one-handed rebound. Ahead to Torres. Had to wait for the pass. Takes it to the basket and draws contact. Torres will step to the free throw line. Pass on the weak side, Simpson there to break it up. Morrison almost takes it away from Fry. Now Tramberg. Beatles. Rises for three and connects. Simpson drives with the left hand off glass. No. Goff the rebound. Bounces ahead. In stride is Conroy. Blocked by Morrison, who made up the ground very quickly. Simpson. And a foul on the floor on Goff. Almost perfect pass from Goff there. Ahead to Conroy. And Morrison still able to make up the ground in recovery. Morrison now on the baseline into his Luttrell. Johnson, the second effort, good. Goff ahead. Shot no good from Tramberg, and Johnson pulls down the rebound. Torres, Luttrell, Johnson, Morrison for three. Too strong. Goff the rebound on the weak side, lost the handle, and Fry there to corral. Cross court, Beatles left open again for three. Way long on the attempt. Fry just in the right spot on the other side. Conroy is fouled on the drive. And it's the fifth foul for Luttrell. So she has now fouled out in consecutive games for the Sabercats. Conroy at the free throw line. Good. On the first attempt, she has one more coming. No. Loose ball, Simpson. Hands to Morrison. Morrison in the lane, working to get past Tramberg. Now Goff. Burkholtz the other way for the Warriors. Outlet from Johnson, ahead to Morrison. Lefty layup is round and down for Callie Morrison. Burkholtz, Beatles, Conroy across to Fry. Conroy now working against Torres. Shot from Burkholtz, no good, and out of bounds off the Warriors. Sabercats basketball. And now in for the Warriors, Maria Murray. Johnson throws it high right, able to snag it out of midair. Johnson for three. Way off the mark, gets her own rebound, and puts it up and in. Thought Johnson may have stepped out of bounds there on the baseline, but was able to reestablish her position in the court. Three-point attempt from Burkholz, no. Tipped up in the air, Torres and Fry battling for the basketball. Possession arrow favors the Warriors. Fry from the baseline. Conroy. Beatles working against Wright. Murray. Beatles. Now Fry. Murray. Conroy. Gets past Torres, lays it up. No good. But the collision with Simpson draws another foul. Conroy able to sidestep Torres. First free throw from Conroy, good. Beatles, Fry will head to the bench as Vavra back into the game. And Fritz seeing her first action of the evening. Conroy takes a seat as well. Winona Fila into the game for the Warriors. Simpson taken away by the Warriors. Burkholz, Murray, Fila. And the foul is going to be whistled against Murray. Offensive foul was not set on the screen. Johnson. Off glass, no. Simpson tips it. Johnson falling away, able to connect. Under 2 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Sabercats led back in the first quarter, 7-6. And that was the last time they sniffed the lead. Warriors led 35-18 at halftime. And really pouring it on in the third quarter. Have separated themselves from the Sabercats. Jump ball with 1 second on the shot clock. It'll be Sabercats basketball. Morrison across to Torres. Johnson lost it on the inbound pass. Burkholz. Murray. Vavra across to Burkholz. Now Fila. Fritz leaves for Murray. Spots up for three. Murray, no. Simpson tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Warriors as Abby Vavra was inside fighting for the offensive rebound. Burkholz. Fritz. Murray. Burkholz will reset for the Warriors. 10 seconds to shoot. Fila. Fritz behind the screen, lost the handle. In the corner, had to force up. And a shot clock violation. Sabercats. Warriors bench imploring the players for no shot. Morrison to Simpson. No good on the final attempt. And the Warriors prevail by a final score of 71-42. And that's the final. Warriors have led since the first quarter, and a convincing victory for the NAC leading Wisconsin Lutheran Warriors. An impressive showing here. So fans, thank you once again for joining us. It's been a pleasure to have you along this evening for this presentation of Sabercats basketball on the Sabercats Sports Network. Next up for the Sabercats, they will host Milwaukee School of Engineering, MSOE, here in Watertown on Saturday, the 26th. That's this coming Saturday at 7 p.m. So a later tip-off for a Saturday game for the Sabercats, but that will be brought to you on these same airwaves. You can stay up to date with all things Sabercats online at mbusabercats.com or by following the Sabercats on social media at mbusabercats is the handle. On behalf of our entire crew here at Maranatha Baptist University, once again, thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure to have you along this evening. Until next time, have a great night.